Hello. Let's start a little bit early. So I can try and get my tubes open with this. I had a dramatic time half an hour ago trying to get some containers open with medium, and I'm really struggling a lot with trying to find a way to put mediums into containers that then don't lock up, right? They seem to dry, and I know it's because I need to. All right. I know it's because I need to clean my caps before I put them back on. But I forget, and I have no illusions about the future, a future where I'm not going to forget. So I'm thinking about these glass jars with the airtight seals on them, like the apothecary thingies. I think they're supposed to be pretty much airtight. Anyways, let's switch and turn on the so my idea for today was do a bunch of sketches. I think it's the only thing I've been doing for the last couple of live streams. I got some boys from a photo album on Unsplash. Did I put the link in the description? I put a link in the description, and I'm pretty sure that that link is going to have a link to the links and planning. I have some raw umber here. I have some raw umber, but I also have some magenta, and I also have some black. Like, I have this German vine black that I keep mentioning and never really use. And I have some Gamsol in my empty jar of candy from Bremen. Anyways, what dude are we gonna do on that one? That candy was so good. Just stop. I'm not really critical when it comes to candy. You know, if it's 90% sugar, I will put it in my mouth. But I probably mentioned this, but they had a shop there that made candy, like handmade. And I was out there, and they're literally boiling sugar on a stove or whatever inside the shop. They're making the candy, and then they're putting the candy in jars and selling the whatever. The smell outside was like, I don't know, it was like dying and going to heaven, if you believe in such a thing. And if that is what it is, then I will believe in that thing, like right now. It was so great. All right, we got some fresh paper. Is my camera in focus? Hold on. Yeah, I think it is. We got some fresh oil paint, paper, and I need to make a little bit of space. So I don't make a mess. Who's here? Dylan and Kelly, I saw you were here. Hi, Linda. Hi, Ariana. So we're just gonna do a little bit of meh. I don't know what to do, my friends. Like, do you watch the news? Do you not watch the news? My God. And it kind of, had this great plan about the flow. But maybe that is also, when you talk about the flow, you also maybe have to talk about what interrupts said flow. And this world situation is interrupting my flow. I have avoided news for a long time. Yeah. I don't even know, because, I try and avoid the news. And I get stressed out about avoiding the news. I'm guessing at some point you just gotta, live with the fact that this is what it is. This is, a weird time. I feel kind of bad for complaining, because it's not like I'm in Iran or in Syria or in Gaza or in the United States or in, like, Venezuela or something, or Greenland. Oh, man. Can you imagine having to explain this shit to your grandkids in, like, I don't know, 20 what years? Like, Grandma, how did World War III start? Well, it started in a place called Greenland. What's Greenland? Yeah, it melted. Okay, Grandma. My feeds are mostly art and and memes. Memes are good. Yeah, my feed is now. I'm trying to clean it up. I did clean it up. I feel really sorry for all the, like, fundraising and nice people accounts that I unfollowed. But my feed is now a little bit of art, like, not too much, because it makes me feel bad, and knitting, and sheep, food, and Star Trek memes. That's it. You have no clue what's going on in Greenland. I have no clue what's going on. I don't think Greenland has a clue what's going on in Greenland. We have some serious angle issues here. Let's start again. Ooh, yes. Let's see if this works on paper, because it works on canvas. All right, maybe it doesn't really work on paper. And now let's not think about Greenland and just kind of start over. I'm just here for the comments, guys. I already know this is not gonna work well. Yes, it does mean I care. Thank you, Ariana. Art in your feed makes you feel bad. Yes, no, it's not just. Well, it's always an us thing, Kelly. I feel bad for feeling that way, but sometimes, you know, when I'm on Instagram and I don't feel good about my stuff and I see people flawlessly doing things and I'm like, no, stop. Is this oil paint paper? Yes, it is. It is oil paint paper by Consom, I think, and I buy it on a roll. So yes, it is. I used to do a lot of sewing. Sewing is impressive. Like, I don't have the patience for sewing. Why does art in your feed make you feel bad? Yeah, so like I said, it's really just a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to call it childish because now I know Kelly feels the same way, so I gotta be nice about it. But it's just pure, like, jealousy and insecurity. That's what it is. A little bit of you can call it child. Thank you. We're just children. We're just. They come in rolls. Yes, they do. They come in rolls, and I also didn't know that, and I like it because it's, you know, oil paint paper. What I noticed is it's not that cheap, and you buy it in rolls. It is much cheaper per square meter or like whatever unit. You use. And also what I like is you can cut it in all kinds of sizes, so you're not size bound, and I think it's a little bit more efficient than like how the erased bits act as a... Yeah, that's kind of funny. I find it difficult to not look at the erased parts and let that sort of mess me up again. I'm too much of a beginner to feel jealous. That's cute, but I was jealous when I was a beginner, so I think it's just in my nature or something. Sometimes I think, wow, I hope I can get to that level. I realize I haven't been painting. Yeah. Imposter syndrome is a real thing, definitely. I was jealous before I even started. Right, all right, all right. You're better than me. That's a beautiful thing, Linda. Full of joy. When I realized painting was something I could do, that's just really cool. Cool stuff. New painting to life. You can show it in a Zoom call. Next, I don't know, next time. I don't have my planning. Hi, Cindy. Get to play with color. Really cool. No, it's not crap. Keep typing. Yes, Kelly. No, it's you know, it can be both at the same time. Like, I can be in awe with someone at the same time, feel overwhelmed and feel inspired, but at the same time, you know, like this feeling of it's already been done, so you cannot do it again. I don't know, I just wish my brain would shut up. Sometimes that would help. All right. a little bit more Gamsol. So I'm trying to do a couple of midtones here. I know I'm just like crapping around here right now. Maybe get a little bit of there, boom, midtones. Well, the shapes are not great, but they're not horrible either, so. So you can kind of wash with Gamsol, as you can see. I find that when you work with Gamsol on paper, that it sets in a little bit faster than on canvas. Sometimes on canvas, when you want to go back in, you sort of pull off the layer that you had. Cool, you will show it in the Zoom, that's cool. I wonder if you gesso the paper, if it'll help the Gamsol from not soaking. Yeah, probably, but yeah. So I found that when I usually work on panels, and I found that when you sand the gesso, especially fine grit, and so it gets very smooth, then you can put on Gamsol and it'll just like sit there ready to be wiped off, right? So it doesn't sink in. So you can manipulate a dry gesso layer a little bit, but paper, yeah, it's much more absorbent usually. Like they treat it with something to make it, you know, a little bit more resistant to oil. But it's still paper. Actually, hold up. I did a bunch of prep. This is also oil paint paper, and I put watercolor on it. And it kind of wants to sit there for a little bit, but then when you rub it, it just sinks in, right? So it's definitely still very absorbent. So that. Yeah, let's try a different photo, because don't have an attention span today. We could just go back and forth, maybe. Or I got another dude. I'll read your comments. Your biggest frustration is when I'm too much pain. Yeah, that's a bitch. I'm gonna have to try watercolor and oil, but yeah, it's fun. I actually worked for a while because I don't know what it was. I ran out of paper and then I ran out of money, and the only thing I had was a stack of oil paint paper that that I had laying around, and I worked with charcoal and water and charcoal and alcohol, whatever, on that paper. And I really like the combination, I don't know why, of this, because every oil paint paper is a bit of a vague linen structure, and I kind of like it with the graininess of the charcoal. I don't know why, I think it's great combo. Let's give this dude some magenta. I feel like he needs like a bit of pink. That's a very tiny brush. Okay, my dude. You're gonna be pink. Hot damn. Like, magenta is so pink, I can't. It's insane. It's kind of funny though. I don't know why, but when I have magenta out, I think of Ariana. I don't know why, but you're such a magenta person. I don't even know if you like magenta. Glasses. Yay. Holy crap. Like his whole beard and everything is just white. And I just want to make it pink. Girl. Okay, my dude. That's probably a little too far out. Wearing a magenta Aran sweater. Wow. I finally watched the Banshees of Inisherin, the movie with the movie with Colin Farrell and what's his name? Oh my god, my name button is not on today. Anyways, that movie, and I need that sweater. I need that red sweater. I don't know if you watched it, but he is wearing a red sweater, and I was like, that is a sexy sweater. They had some lady, not just some lady, like the queen of cinema knitting, design those sweaters for that movie. Design and knit the sweaters for the movie. It's amazing. I'm gonna put the ear, or I'm gonna put the ear here, and I'm just gonna make everything pink. No, it's not Alice Starmore. Hold on. I'm gonna go look that up, what her name is. Where's my thingy? Delia Berry. Yeah, so Delia Berry, she doesn't write books, she doesn't do patterns, but she consulted, I think, the BBC on a lot of shows when it came to knitting. I think she even taught a bunch of people how to knit, or how to act how to knit, for the adaptation the BBC did of Little Women. And she designs a lot of knitwear, and she was asked to recreate, or not recreate, but to design a bunch of sweaters. So the movie is in 1923, so that's during the Irish Civil War, and it's on some fictional island, but it was filmed on Achill Island. And she was given a bunch of photos from people wearing some stuff, black and white, crappy photos, and she designed all the knitwear that they wear in the movie. And it's just, yeah, it's funny, it's crazy, it's so good. Let me catch up on the chat. Magenta and turquoise type colors when I think of Ariana. Yeah, absolutely. Question for everyone. If you were to move overseas, would you take your art supplies with you or sell them and repurchase? Oof. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. My oil paint I would probably take. Yeah. Is that safe? In an airplane? Probably. Yeah, I think my oil paints I would take. And my brushes. I'd probably just take everything. Just knowing me, I would probably take everything. Yeah, if I go away for a weekend, I take like a month worth of art supplies with me, so who am I kidding? I would take my supplies with me and buy new ones. Yes, absolutely. My sisters. Absolutely. That's, oh, you're shipping your art, and cool, yeah, just do it. Where are you moving to? Where are you moving from, by the way, and where are you moving to if you wanna tell us? Can we put some pink near this dude? Do you think he will like that? Here, my friend. Some pink halo for you. You love knitting, crocheting. Welcome to the club. to the knitting club. Cool. I would take all my knitting stuff with me as well, obviously. You want to watch the movie to look at this, you should absolutely watch the movie to look at the sweaters and just, you know, watch the movie. It's really cool. It's a knit, crochet, macrame. Cool. Cool. I did some macrame too. Yep. Take everything. Hoping to move US to France. Cool. 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 That is cool. Here, some pink for you, my boy. Oh, maybe, why am I doing this? Ooh. Now my gamsol is pink. We can do a bunch of raw umber midtones in this. Dude, right here. There's stuff on my brush. Linda's got great cover stories, right? Every time you need an excuse for something, Linda's got great stuff. Emotional support supplies. Oh, you're gonna explore first. That is cool. That is adventurous, not knowing where you're gonna move to. Staying in Paris. Don't steal anything, all right? They're having a rough time. Do not steal stuff from the museum. So, can we put some pink in the... This dude, he has some Beatles vibes going on. I was gonna go all like moody and monochrome and whatnot, but I don't know. I think you guys infected me with all that color weirdness you got going on. This guy needs that pink, yes, right? Liking the interact, yeah, it's kind of fun, right? I need a bit of fun. We need a bit of fun. Ooh, that's a lot. It always surprises me so much how fast Gamsol breaks up the viscosity of oil paint, just the general body of it. It just goes out the window. Is that my son in the chat? Let me just reply to my kid. Little asshole. Go away. Wow. All right, so the burnt umber is now officially contaminated with a bunch of magenta. It was just a matter of time before this was gonna happen. I'm actually impressed. Look at my palette. I kept them separated for like 40 minutes. But now my kid is distracting me. Oh, that is nice. That is actually not a bad color. Oh. It's not like purple. No, it's not like purple. But it is nice. Kind of dig it. Cool. These are looking great. One kid down, two to go. Oh, man. So many kids. My kid is now making himself dinner and apparently crashing my live stream. So has anyone tried the solvent in a tube? I bought some and I cannot find it. Solvent in a tube. Like, what is solvent in a tube? Is it like a medium something? Do you have a brand that it's from? Because if it's in a tube, I'm interested. Oh, you have the gel type. What is it, Ariana? Like Gamsol, but in a tube form. I need to have that. I do. Oh, let's do our glass dude. I had another really pretty guy, but I don't think I have time for him. But maybe we can do him next week. Because he's cute. You want some of that raw umber purple too? I kind of like it. I kind of wonder how many layers can you sort of wash over each other. Like, say this would be dry in, I don't know, what, an hour? Half an hour? Could you then like continue to wash? And maybe you could, like, instead of just Gamsol, you could do Gamsol with 1/3 of linseed oil, maybe. Kind of fatten up the layers, but keep them transparent at the same time. All right, we definitely need like some kind of mid-tone. I thought it was like your oleo gel. Yeah, but oleo gel doesn't have any solvent. So is it like an oil gel with solvent added to it? Maybe something like that? Hold up, let me read up. Hey, Rosie. Thank you. Good to see you. Hi, Liad. Are you talking about Gamblin solvent for me? Yeah, I was wondering that too, because I know that one in a tube. Yeah. The Miracle Medium from Michael Harding. You know I'm going to be shopping tonight again. It's like buy money. If you guys start making suggestions. Gamblin solvent-free gel. No, don't be afraid to try it. It's like, you gotta look at that stuff like it's a moisturizer or something. Just slap it on. Get some paper, whatever. What do I have? Oh, I got pink on my brush, okay. And just let it glide, right? That's what it's for. It just glides all over the place. It's cool, don't be difficult about it. I wanted a mid-tone, but this pink is so damn pink, like what? Oh, that is nice. Yes, okay, cool. Not sure if it'll flare me up, so put it on the paper. Put it on the paper. You know, like when you make a painting, you gotta be careful with the whole, don't use too much medium, don't do this, don't do that, la la la. But when you're just like doing this stuff for fun a little bit, who cares, right? I highly doubt this is gonna survive the next Lord knows how many years, but it's gonna be in a trash can by the end of the winter anyway, so I do not care. Papa. Let's see, Leah, Miracle Medium is a solvent that isn't harmful, flammable. It does have some downsides. My understanding is you shouldn't use it at more than 20% ratio. And I don't know if it, oh, it sounds kind of cool. Knowing me, I will probably definitely use it at like an 80% ratio, but I haven't found oil paint that I can use yet that doesn't send me into loops. That is so, like, because you mentioned that earlier, and that is so frustrating. It's also like the horrible thing is that you can't really go out and just try a bunch of different, like, is it the oil, is it the pigment, is it whatever, and just slapping it on you, because, you know, you're gonna get a flare-up. Not like you can easily test what works and what not. It's really frustrating. Why am I using such a tiny brush? Has anyone used cold wax medium outside of abstract pieces? So, no. I was actually tempted to buy cold wax, but I was like, maybe not add another thing to my ginormous stash. But yeah, you can definitely use it for portraits. I think if you give it like a search, maybe on Instagram or Google, maybe even, yeah, you'll come up with a couple of portraits done in, I don't know if, does anyone here know her name? It's the Irish lady. But I don't think she works with cold wax. I think she works with hot wax, with like the wax that you put on the hot plate. She makes portraits. And then there is all right, my name button is off, so that's not gonna work, but she also lives in France, and she does portraits with cold wax, but also other mediums, and then adds cold wax. I think she was also in Let's Face It at some point. If anyone knows her name, she is in France. I don't know if she's Dutch and lives in France, but all right, if I don't forget, I'm gonna try and look that up and maybe get back to you. I haven't tried painting outside. Yeah, just give it a try. You know, if you have some wax meat, just give it a try. Yeah, and called, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Marina. Yes, Marina, that's her name. Yes. You guys should all be my like personal assistants. I had Elisa on the Zoom call last time pull up my website while I was talking to illustrate my point, and I was like, I can get used to this. Oi, kids, stop. All right, we need to get rid of that white. And then I'm gonna call it white is a little bit much. Yeah, I might work on this a little bit more. Tomorrow. Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock and my ass hurts. Oof. Let me catch up on the chat. Yeah, thanks for pitching in, Liat, because I'm also like on a mission to to figure out what that is. Yeah, golden open acrylics are great. That's great. You know, the water-soluble oil, I know we did it on live stream. It's just, I don't know what it is with water-soluble oil. I get triggered, my migraines get triggered by smell, so not necessarily by a compound or anything. But they're so smelly, and I don't know why, but it just doesn't like, ugh, I don't like it. And when I switched to Old Holland paints, and I know they're pretty expensive in the United States, they're not particularly cheap here either. I had a lot less issues with like not feeling good because of the smell. Yeah, and the only other thing that I can think of, and I actually read about the possibility of that being a linseed allergy, or the linseed actually being a trigger for your flesh, because some people are apparently allergic to linseed, which kind of sucks. But I understand that you're afraid to try it again. You know, it's not something that you want to continuously be experimenting with. Oh, you have lupus too, that's so bad. Yikes. Yeah, so thank you, Leah. Sorry, I should have read the chat first. So the same with the smell, as Leah describes. You know, you can always try just getting one cheaper tube of white, or no, sorry, of color, and then a white. Just one color and white, or maybe even just white if you want to try and see if it causes a flare-up, right? You don't have to buy a set even. Usually white or any umber is the cheapest pigment that you can find, so that's always an option. And then, you know, you kind of know it. But honestly, if you get a flare-up from Old Holland paint or Michael Harding or something, like a good quality oil paint, yeah, I don't think any kind of oil paint is gonna work, right? All right, it's not a complete mess. I am, it's my first time here, and I love how interactive this chat is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is, and let me get see if I put it in my agenda. Let's see if I'm not stupid. I put it in I did not, unfortunately. Let me check my own website. Hold up. Yes, cool. I wish I could remember things. Hi, welcome. Ooh, I got such a nice website. Go to the schedule. All right, so we have, I'm sorry, another Zoom art club meeting on the 23rd, which is on a Friday. So I did it on a Tuesday earlier, and I did it on a Friday because some people work on that day and some people work on the other day, so I kind of want to rotate the days. So this one is on a Friday. Yes, Kelly, thank you. The 23rd. Awesome. Are the Zooms like this as well? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So you can come in to the Zoom call on the 23rd. You can paint, you can draw, you can do nothing at all. You can knit, you can crochet, whatever. I don't do like a lesson, or I have my work stuff up, and I'll probably usually do something, but it's just a lot of talk and a lot of unloading if you want, or advice if you want, or questions, whatever. Anything goes, as long as you're not an asshole. That's it. Haha. So, Thank you. No, don't be intimidated. Please, or I understand, because I freak out still when I hit the Zoom call. But yeah, you can join. You can leave your video off if you want first. There's also a chat function in Zoom. But just come say hi if you have the time, if you're available. I'm on Instagram. I have a channel on Instagram. So I will post the Zoom link for the 23rd on my Instagram channel. It's also on my website, because I just went to my own website. It's the thing. All right, thank you for joining me. I feel better. My mood is better. Same shit every time. And I hope you feel good as well. Hang in there wherever you are. And come find me on social media. And I hope to see you in a Zoom call next time on the 23rd. All right, thank you everyone, and take care, keep up, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye. I love you.